G'day and welcome to the show. Today's the second part of our journey through the Victorian Alpine Region, and it's all thanks to our mates at the Caravan Industry Association of Victoria. Now today, Lockie and I are going to jump in the cars in Omeo, we're going to head up over the mountains and we're going to end up in Bright, and along the way, find a little bit of adventure, I'm sure. How's that sound to you, Lockie?
Sounds great. Let's find you some snow.
Oh, snow. Us Queenslanders love that. Come on, jump in and join us while we show you what's up down under.
It's time to see this land of wonder. It's time to go and see what's up down under. What's up down under.
Well, today's show will be picking up from where we left off from last week's episode in the beautiful Victorian town of Omeo. From there, we'll climb over a few mountains to get to the stunning community of Bright, where we'll be soaking up the sights and sounds of the area from up in the air and down on the ground as well. We'll also be knocking the froth off a couple of local brews and having a yarn around the campfire. Well, as daylight broke over the peaks of the Victorian Alpine Ranges, we packed up the Mars, the Jonos and the Goldstream campers and got ready to get on the road. We broke through the morning fog of Omeo as we climbed up the Great Alpine Road towards Mount Hotham in search of that snow that Lockie had promised me. And sure enough, there it was, plenty of the white fluffy stuff as we cruised through the mountain town and on towards Bright. Just under a couple of hours of beautiful driving through the Victorian Alps, we arrived in the town of Bright. And Bright it was too. During our time at this lovely little part of the world, we decided to stay at the Bright Pine Valley Tourist Park, where I decided to catch up with Dee and have a chat about what the park was all about. The big drive today, lots of scenery, and when we came in, it was just this nice experience. You saw the trees, the lawns all mowed. I mean, magnificent park. How long have you been here?
I've been here for 5 years. Craig and Andrea, our new owners, have been here since December last year.
Swimming pool looks quite new. Has that just gone in?
Yes, the pool's only been completed this last summer season. It's a great pool, solar heated.
I'm not going in anyway.
No, it's still a bit fresh at the moment because we haven't had a lot of sun the last couple of days, but it is, we do get about 8 months of the year use out of it, and we are actually the only park in town with a pool. So
and kids seem to be able to go for a swim no matter how cold it is.
The kids were actually swimming in it a week ago,
No.
a bit over a week ago. They
Were
were
they
still
little blue
swimming in
kids?
it. They were when they got out.
So, on the camping sites part, what do you got? You got powered sites, unpowered? What else?
Yes, we've got everything. We've got unpowered, we've got powered, we've got ensuite powered sites which have their own bathroom. We have slab sites and grass sites, big sites, small sites.
Something to fit everyone.
We can fit you everywhere. Even the big fifth wheelers, we can usually put them in somewhere, so it's not a problem.
Well, that's awesome. But when I drove in, as I said, beautiful town, lots of hills around. Is there somewhere I can get up and have a look down over the whole area?
Yep, there sure is, Macca. I have a friend, Brian Webb. I'll give you his details, and if you catch up with him, he will take you to the best view in town.
Spot on. That sounds like the man I need to see. I caught up with Dee at the park and asked her where the best spot around Bright to get a good view of the place was. She said she's got a mate called Brian Webb. He'd be able to sort me out and get me into the right spot. Apparently he's up here on the top of the hill. I assume that's where the view is. We'll go and check it out. Pretty serious stuff. I'm going to need gloves. It's like boxing. I wasn't expecting this when I come up here to look for the view. I reckon it's going to be a pretty good view. Bird's eye view, so to speak. This is the important bit. You've said that twice to reinforce how important that bit is.
One.
I listen to a man when he says this is important.
So on 3, I want you to lean forward and start to run forwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
At a fair pace?
Yeah, you running forward is going to help me to pull the glider up.
Okay.
And so as you lean forward and run, at first you won't think that you're moving. You'll just be kind of pulling on the ground. As the glider comes up, we'll begin to move forward more easily. Keep on running.
So what you're telling me is just run off the cliff.
Sounds good.
If you've ever got the opportunity, actually no, don't. Go and create the opportunity, get up and have a go at this. It is absolutely brilliant, great fun, and the best view you're ever going to find. Thanks, mate. That was great.
Well done.
What a great experience. You've got to give that a chop. Well, I ordered the view and the guys from Active Flight made sure they delivered the best one you could possibly get. But I'm going to go and catch up with Lockie now and see if we can't go and have an explore on the ground around here. Now, while I go and have a look for Lockie, here's a few tips from the Caravan Industry Association of Victoria.
So previously we've talked about weights, the importance of weights, distribution of weights, and where to find your weights, like on the vehicle plate here. Now what we want to talk about is the impact of aftermarket modifications and by adding on items that will affect your weight. So aftermarket items. These items are things that are fitted after the original manufacture. So these days, things that are fitted aftermarket are your stone guards, your jerry cans, air conditioners, awnings, spare wheels, toolboxes. As an example here, we've got your jerry can holders and your stone guards. So your jerry can, each of these are 20 kilos. So here we've added on 40 kilos. So now your ball weight's going to be different to what's stated on your vehicle plate. So be mindful of these aftermarket modifications. For this tip and any other caravanning tips, head to gomakesomememories.com.au.
After the break, we get a personal tour of the best tracks in Bright.
What's up, down under?
This episode is proudly brought to you by our partners, the Caravan Industry Association of Victoria. For help planning your next holiday, log on to gomakesomememories.com.au. Well, Lockie, what have we found here? G'day, mate, how are you?
How you going? I'm Alan.
G'day, Alan Macca, pleased to meet you.
Yeah, and you?
What's the story, mate?
Found Alan in the main street of Bright with his ex-army Land Rover, and he does four-wheel drive tours around here.
Well, why would we go out there and try and find the spots ourselves when this bloke already knows them all?
That's it.
Why don't we come along?
Yeah, happy to take you out.
That's all good?
All right, mate.
Let's do it. Spot for a drive, mate.
Oh, it's beautiful.
How many people can you carry?
I can carry 8 in the back, 1 in the front.
Yeah.
It's funny because the front actually gets the best view,
Yeah.
but people enjoy riding in the back.
Yeah.
The seating is exactly how we got it from the army. So the seats that they're sitting in are the seats our soldiers sat in. We'll go up to the top of this hill up here.
Yeah.
And that'll give 360-degree views.
You don't have to talk much about a view like that, do you? Like, where do you go and find something like that? If you find yourself standing up here with nothing to look at, you got to ask yourself some serious questions, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a good vehicle. Yeah, for what it is, it's just because it's so different, right from the time the customers sit in it, it's new to them.
Yep.
You know, because they've all been in a bus and they've all been in a minibus, but to get into this, it's something so different. It's a bit like when we used to sit in the back of the ute, you know, and they don't experience that anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Fun police to stop that.
Yeah, and now it's the closest thing they're going to get to that. But look, realistically, you just got to make sure you do the tour to suit the most fearful customer, you know, so that we try and get them outside their comfort zone, but I'm not going to put them on tracks that are going to terrify them, so that our reviews are good reviews.
Yep.
What do you reckon, Lockie? Good way to see the area?
How fantastic was that?
Oh, top day out. Al, thanks for bringing us up to your office, mate.
You're welcome.
Lovely part of the world.
Yeah, more than one.
We're going to head down to the Bright Brewery and check that out next, but while we're doing that, you stick around and check out the Goldstream camper.
Crocs are ferocious beasts, built by the wild for the wild. And the Goldstream RV Croc is a little bit wild too. The stylish exterior of this modern off-road camper is exceptional and tough, just like the Croc in the wild. This new off-road camper is built on a solid base and handles the rugged country with a new heavier suspension, set up from previous Goldstream models so you know you can be confident when you travel deep into the bush. And while you're out there setting up camp, why not open the external kitchen and let the Croc cook up? Of course, if you're in the Croc, then you're usually far away from mains power. But never fear, because they have the new lithium battery system which powers the entire camper, including the compressor fridge, water pump, and for those that need to recharge their smart devices, the Croc also has a 240-volt power inverter. Let's not forget about comfort and space. Goldstream RV have done it again. 2 beautifully soft queen-size beds, a ridiculously big lounge and dining area, and all built on a hard floor. The Croc is a brand new model from Goldstream RV, and just like its reptilian cousin up in North Queensland, it will blow you away. If you feel like getting in touch with your wild side, visit goldstreamrv.com.au.
You should always purchase products and services from the members of the Caravan Industry Association of Victoria. Their code of ethics ensures that you will always receive quality and integrity. Find out more about who's a member by logging on to gomakesomememories.com.au. After the break, we sample some of the local produce down at the Bright Brewery.
What's up down under?
This episode of What's Up Down Under is proudly brought to you by our mates at Mars Campers. For more information on their great range of campers, go to marscampers.com.au. We all know that life's luxuries never end at Nova Caravans, and that, my friends, is not going to change. But I'll tell you what could change shortly is your luck, because your mates at Nova have decided to give away a Bravo caravan worth over $59,000. Inside the Bravo, you're going to discover a queen-size bed, full ensuite, single-piece roof, single-piece floor, and all the bells and whistles that you could possibly need to get out and enjoy yourself. So get online and enter at whatsupdownunder.com.au. Now, you can only enter once a day, but you can enter every day. So get busy and get on it. You know what, Lockie? I reckon you can measure the sophistication of a society or a community by whether or not they brew their own beer. And here in Bright, have a go at this. Let's go and check them out. Well, for safety reasons, we've made our way inside and had a bit of a poke around, and we've been lucky enough today to bump into Scott, who's actually the man that started the Bright Brewery. Scott, mate, what's the history? Where'd this all come from?
Well, we just love the town of Bright, so we started off really just coming up here for holidays, and eventually those holidays turned into living up here. The brewery just came around from a bit of a love of home brewing. We were doing a bit of home brewing at the time, and had the idea that we could start a brewery and take it from there. So we started off pretty small, and it's all built up over the last 10 years to this.
Mate, venue, fantastic. Do you have a bit of entertainment and things for the punters to do when they come?
We do. So we have live music every Sunday afternoon. We've got open mic once a month, lots of other things throughout the year, various dinners and bush dances and things like that. So it's a great time all the time.
Cool. Mate, look, I don't want to overlook what you've put on the bar here because that would be disrespectful, I would think, or un-Australian. What can you tell me about your beers?
Well, we try and provide a fairly broad range of beers to suit all the different types of people that come through and their taste. So we have everything from a classic Australian ale or lager right through to the big, strong beers like our Stubborn Russian, which is 16%.
I'm prepared to try lots. Why would I knock back the opportunity? Taste every beer in there, only have 1.5 standard drinks. We're still good to drive. Back to the park, got a barbie on there tonight. Probably find another beer there.
Let's go.
Righto. Now, while we head back to the caravan park, here's Angie with something special from the guys at Sea Gear.
As you know, the Sea Gear Multimat has been around for a few years now and is one of Australia's most popular camping accessories. You know, the one that the sand falls through and it can't come back up, that was originally designed as a helimat? Well, the guys at Sea Gear also have a range of privacy screens, end drops and angled end drops, including a model with zipper door to suit a wide range of caravans and motorhomes. The Sea Gear privacy screen range offers 90% UV protection, fully bounded edges, stainless steel D-ring tie points, Velcro track fixings and roped tracking for easy installation. The Sea Gear privacy screen comes in a huge range to suit just about any motorhome or caravan, and prices start from just $100. You can purchase it online or at over 100 retailers across the country. Visit seagearoutdoor.com.au.
After the break, we kick the tyres and light the fires back at the caravan park.
What's up, down under?
This week's episode was brought to you by Goldstream RV. To check out the wide selection of recreational vehicles that they have on offer, head to goldstreamrv.com.au. Win an Armour XD walk-up camper from Armadillo Campers valued up to $35,940. To enter, subscribe to the What's Up Down Under Travel Saver card for 12 months and receive one competition entry, plus our bi-monthly magazine and bonus DVDs. Thousands of discounts on holiday parks, tours, attractions. Subscribe for 2 years and receive 2 bonus entries. To find out more, just log on to whatsupdownunder.com.au/armadillo.
Australia's best value classifieds is caravancampingclassifieds.com.au, the best place to buy, sell and get the latest news and reviews.
So you like the look of the Mars camper that we've been towing around so far on our trip through the Victorian High Country? Well, make sure you tune in to next week's episode as Ali puts it through its paces in a full-length video. Can't wait that long? No worries, just head to marscampers.com.au to check out their excellent range of campers on offer.
Previously, we talked about the importance of your vehicle plate and the detail that you can find about your caravan on it. Today, we're going to talk about those abbreviations and what they actually mean. So the first item is your tear mass. This is the weight on your axles and also your tow ball. This is as supplied by the original manufacturer with the caravan empty. So no water in your water tanks, no water in your hot water service, no gas in your gas bottles, and no internal storage loaded up. Your ATM is your maximum rating with all those items filled. So your GTM is when your van is fully loaded, but you're taking off your tow ball because that's connected to the car, so the weight is different. On your vehicle plate, your tow ball weight at tear is when it's tear, so when it's empty. The weight is now varied when you've loaded it up. One of the other items that isn't located on here, but is actually on your car, is your GCM. That's your gross combination mass. That's the maximum weight your caravan and your car can be fully loaded to when you're towing. For this tip and any other caravanning tips, head to gomakesomememories.com.au.
As soon as we got back to the Bright Pine Valley Tourist Park, we immediately got started on hooking up our trailers, so we're ready to get going first thing in the morning. But don't get me wrong, we were by no means in a rush to leave, just yet. The guys at the park had gotten together a barbie for us as a bit of a send-off, and didn't they just put on a magnificent spread? After an awesome feed, we decided to crack a few tinnies around the fire and let the good times roll. And from there, time just seemed to stand still.
Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. But don't worry, we'll be back next week. We're going to complete our trip through the Victorian Alpine Region right then. So make sure you come along. Lockie, you looking forward to that, mate?
Sure am.
I'm looking forward to it. And I bet our mates at Goldstream Mars Campers and Jono's Camper Trailers, along with the Caravan Industry Association of Victoria, are looking forward to us doing it for you too. So come next week and we'll show you
what's up down under.